Okay, I wanted to show parents how to access your child's missing assignments on Google Classroom to make sure that y'all are keeping up with what they may be missing. And funny story, I'm going to use my daughter's account to show you guys this. Um, and when I was playing around with it before I started the video, I realized she has like 5 missing assignments, my 7th grader. So I'm really glad somebody asked me how to do this because I need to keep better track of what my own children are doing. So let me shrink myself. Always takes a minute. I feel silly. There we go. Okay, move this off to the side. Okay, so you'll log into Google Classroom just like you always do. And this is what my daughter's looks like. Yours might look a tiny bit different just because this is a middle school format, but the format should be the same. So what I would do first is, first of all, this will show you what's due when. So just looking at the front page of each classroom, you can see what's due today or what's due tomorrow, okay? Some of them are blank. That means there isn't anything specifically due in the next couple of days. But the best thing to do is to click to do. It's easy enough. And you can see what's assigned, and it'll give you the whole list. And if you're missing, if it doesn't look like you have it all, you need to click view all, and that'll show what's coming up even next week if there's anything. I don't think I've scheduled anything for next week already, but it kind of shows you what's coming up and when it's due. But what you want to look at is missing assignments, and here's where I'm like, oh, I better talk to my 7th grader. And so it'll show what's missing and when it was due. And so, for example, I can click on this, and here's something important I want to show you. So kids can click mark as done or submit even if they haven't added what is actually supposed to be done. Okay, so sometimes I'll post material where they don't have to do anything. Sometimes I'll post a quiz or a Google form and they have to answer questions. Most often, especially if it's something from like our packets that y'all picked up, it'll be take a picture and submit it like we have been. We have had a few students just clicking done because they read the assignment. I don't think they're being dishonest. I don't think that's the case. I think they're just misunderstanding what they're supposed to do. So if they click done, it'll show up on their end as done, but if they haven't done this, then it'll show as missing, okay? And so what I've been doing is sending that back or putting a comment. So you'll see in the private comments here a comment from me that says, oops, I don't think your picture attached, or something like that. Something else you can do, I'm going to go back to her classes, is you can look at the calendar, and that will show you what all is due and when, okay? And so they kind of block it off by day, and as you can see, we've got some things and teachers aren't scheduling them that far out. So I hope that's helpful. I believe you should get a notification in Google Classroom if I have sent you a comment, like a private comment. And so if I'm noticing you're missing something, I'll send that to you. Also, probably Thursday, I'm going to email each individual parent of anything that their child is specifically missing. I wanted to give you a few days because that will maybe save me on some emailing time if you guys can find it out on your own. But by Thursday, I will send out a quick reminder of anybody that's still missing something. I hope that's helpful. I want to also just say to all of you that everybody is doing great. We have a few kids who are struggling to get some things like attached and submitted, and we're working through it, and it's fine. This whole teaching from home as a parent thing, and you're not, I mean, I'm saying that wrong. This whole learning at home thing with you trying to facilitate with your child it's not easy. It is hard work, and I know it's work that you chose, that you chose for your family's needs, and I'm grateful that the district has provided that choice for you guys. But just because you chose it doesn't mean it's not hard. And so I want you to know that you're heard, you're validated. I think this parenting part of this learning at home thing is, we as teachers here at school, we talk a lot about how hard this is for teachers, and it is hard. We're trying to do virtual and in person, and the workload is extreme, and we're struggling to get it all done. We are getting it done, but it's not easy. We're working late. But so while teachers, at school tend to focus on how things are going for us, I want you to know that I know that it's also a struggle at home. And so I wanted you to hear from me that it is okay if this is hard. You can do hard things. If something is too hard, if something is overwhelming, or you're feeling like you're getting inundated with too much social studies and not enough language, some of that we're working to find a balance. Some of that will depend on, for my subjects, some weeks are heavier in science and some weeks are heavier in social studies or language. That's just kind of the nature of having a teacher that teaches 3 subjects in one period. So some of that has to do with that. But if you are drowning, please email me and let me know, and we can figure out a way to make this more accessible for you and your kids. But mostly, I just want to say thank you for sharing your kids with me. I know this is not easy, but I'm determined to make it the best we can for your kids, because that's why we're all here. I hope y'all have a great rest of the week. Thanks.